Dual Links, guys. This is Gamer Guy Vladimir. Question for you. You ever lost to something and go, how? How? Well, this dude didn't get this. He got one of these. He got two of these. And one of those. He's not even running two. And one of these. How did he beat me? With this trash deck. And one of these. Well, it was an extremely unlikely scenario. He needs to have Lava Golem and Zombie World, or else when he tributes your monsters, you're just going to sack off his Lava Golems. Otherwise, you'll be fine. But yeah, this was a terrible, terrible, terrible deck. I'm going to show you some of the worst that I've lost to real quick. This one actually, I think, was okay. I could accept the loss on that one, because that one was a good Cyber Dragon with 3 Rampage. This one, the guy doesn't understand what he's doing, and I can point it out. Okay, free-to-play player, but, Forbidden Lance and Concentrating, you don't put these together, is unaffected by the effects of other spell and trap cards. How are you going to win when it's unaffected by the effects of other spell? You can make it in 2800, but if I Sphere Karibo this, it's dead. It's just chapped, and you're not doing anything. Your effect goes dead. That's where that card isn't good, no matter really who's playing it. But so looking back at the deck prior, do you guys see a Forbidden Lamps? No, but I do see a Concentrating Current, and I do see a Herald of the Abyss. And I do see a fully completed sideboard. Now, bear in mind, I've been playing Dragoonity, which is not a good deck yet. Like, it is still missing many things in general. Yeah, this deck's all over the place. So again, these people don't know what they're doing, and yet they somehow reached COG. I'm not saying COG is everything. I'm saying getting there consistently is everything. These one-timers won't be here next month. Most of these people I'm looking at are one-timers. Yeah, solid one-timer deck. This isn't even the Dual Links meta build. You wouldn't be running these 3 up here. He would cut those to have more room for more Shiranui. Also, I do not understand people playing this. It does nothing for your deck, and it really is not helpful. Like, you are going to lose mirror matches because of that thing. That thing is going to get eaten up. Alright, this was a bad one, because he's using Fiendish Chain. You don't want to have your opponent keeping monsters in this deck. You don't, even if you're negating their effect and just keeping it on the field, you don't want that. You don't want that. Fiendish Chain is a really weird play to me in this meta, because people don't realize where it came from and why it was used. I don't even want to talk about why this deck is bad, but I do want to explain that the deck being able to tech in 2 Cosmic Cyclones because of not being flooded with this shit's made it fucking better. I just want to say that sometimes people are really bad at a game, and being bad can get really popular, as long as being bad works enough. Like, that's it. Like, let's go look at this. This was a generic version of the Duel Links meta deck again. It's not good. I don't understand. All of these decks that I've lost to are just not good decks mostly, because I've been playing a not good deck. Like, I understand that. What I don't understand is why, when you got to COG, you decided to play something stupid when other people are deck testing things. Like, there's that guy with the actual double banishment version of the Cyber Dragon deck. That guy's not here testing to play you. Like, he's testing to play how you got up here, not testing to play whatever the hell you thought was cool. Like, when I'm playtesting Dragoonity, I've beaten more often than not my mirror matches and my Dark Lords. I beat Dark Lords pretty hard, but I mean, my only split with this deck is Militum versus Legionnaire. Because with Legionnaire, I could use any of the other 3 drops and still use Levelog just fine. Like, it's not a problem. I don't know. I feel like there's too many bad players in the meta right now who won't be here. after the next Kaiba Cup. So, I mean, that's my thing, is I'm like, if you're gonna play this game, and you're gonna do it badly with some style. Like, don't do it just, like, if you're gonna be bad, don't just rip off DK's decks. Don't just rip off anyone's decks. Get your own style if you're gonna be that bad, like atrociously bad. I just don't get it personally, because I'm here like, well, you don't have to be awful at the game. You have the option to be good. And in fact, there's people like DK and myself who are trying to help you guys be good at this game. That's what I'm not understanding, is I'm like, do you guys not want our advice, or do you guys just intentionally ignore any advice given to you for anything? Because I'm telling you, like, play what you have to, but just don't switch your deck out when you get to Cog. That's rude. Like, we want to actually experience how you got there, not whatever delusion you think is good. I don't know, like, hear me out. If I'm gonna test a Subterra deck with a couple different cards, sure. Okay, that makes sense. If you're gonna take a Subterra deck and completely overhaul it to the point that there are like no Subterras in it, I wouldn't recommend testing that online. You're gonna do what you want to do, and you're gonna do you. I just really do not recommend testing that. But like, no, Red Eyes lost to that stall deck, and that stall deck would never have beat any other Red Eyes deck. I just overplayed myself and went too far too fast, and that was it. On top of the fact that without being able to remove Zombie World, it was just there. But again, my point is, guys, the advice is free. Like, if you go, I don't want to build this deck, da, 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 da. Well, you're kind of stupid, and I'm not trying to hurt feelings, but like, the advice is free. Don't be stupid. If someone's telling you to play this deck or play this card in this deck, it's not because, oh, I didn't think you were capable of figuring it out on your own. It's because, hey man, I didn't know if you knew this, but like, this works out really, really good. And I just wanted to know if you knew, you should try it. You play these guys, right? Yeah, that's advice. And that's like not always free. Sometimes you could just get charged for that. Like, we could start charging y'all for this advice. We could hide it behind paywalls. But we don't do that. And so it's like silly and kind of sad to see a lot of people out here wanting to play bad version. Like, okay, this is a good version of a Subterra deck, and it's already a good version. Like, there's nothing to improve on about it. It's just what it is a good version of a Subterra deck. I personally prefer the Frog, because he doesn't target and beats any Cocytus. No sideboard. Chain disappearance, though. But no. So, this deck is pretty good. So good that it's a lot of gloss in there. It's just glossy good. Like, but no, on a real note, I don't get it. Like, leave me a comment. Like, explain this one to me, guys. Like, why do you rather get to Cog? I get that you're doing it for the gems. I'm doing it for strictly the gems. But when I'm at Cog, I want competitive opponents really only, would be my thought. If you're not there for that, what are you there for? Like, are you just playing to go there? In fact, actually, I noticed this silly thing in the community. Everybody reached Cog once, and now they think they can do it again. But it's funny, because if you go to the Google Play achievements, or if you go to, I'm sure Steam keeps track, if you go to the achievements, you can see that it's not a common thing that players even have like 15 PvP wins. So, I mean, a lot of you guys, like I said, and then maybe I haven't said this in a prior video, but I'm gonna say it now. A lot of you guys are here for just play. Like, that's cool. Do that. Be that. It's better than being the dude who's out here climbing ladders with free advice, gets to the top of the ladder, and then just goes, yup, I'm good now. I can play whatever I want. You literally got there off someone else's ideas, efforts, and testing and time. So I don't understand why you would think that your building is any better than theirs. I would keep playing what they've built. Or if you want to test, why are you not in casual? Oh, because you don't want to test it against a suicide deck. I get it, I get it. You're not capable of building a deck that'll two-turn your opponent, so you would rather test it in ranked duels, which is usually where people two-turn their opponent. I really don't understand what your guys' logic is. This is the point I am making, is that, like, your logic to me makes no sense. See, okay, the bot ran this deck and won. That is how potent this deck is. That's why I like it. I bought one twice with that deck. Oh, dang. And it's a bonus EXP, guys. Get in there. Get that bonus EXP. I'm strictly here to give advice to the competitive scene. So I'm here like, maybe what I'll do is I will hide my stuff behind a paywall because the people who want it clearly will pay for it. Like, that is a thing that I have learned with Duel Links, is that people who want the advice and people who want the help will definitely pay for it. So maybe what I'll do is, like, I'll do the spotlight videos and, like, deck advice videos, and what I'll do is I'll put them behind a paywall, because, like I said, if you're just going to get there off of someone else's effort, time, and grind, and then you're just going to completely overhaul it to where it's not even what that deck is, but then you're going to go, yep, I'm good, because you're catching, like, the occasional victory. I handed out, like, 14 wins. Just want everyone to know I just handed out 14 wins because I chose not to play this deck against y'all right there. This is the deck I was not bringing online because I literally need to test it last for the Kaiba Cup. Like, I literally need to test Shiranui last because I need to finish Cyber Dragon and I need to finish Dark Magician. And I need to test both of those. Red Eyes is in a weird spot. Red Eyes lost to Stall. And that was at a Red Eyes equip. I'm also testing these decks without any skills. The reason being is if you can win without skills, it's going to be a better deck with skills. Yeah. I'm a bad player too. I do my own shitty things. But no, the deck without skills thing is going to be so I can find the right skill for the right build. But I mean, Red Eyes is not popular in the meta. Let's see, what I have lost to is Stall, Cyber, Blackwing, Christrons, and Shiranui, and those are in the 5 matches from last night to now. But I need to test Shiranui last because I already know how to mirror match Shiranui. I already know how to win that. Like, the Shiranui is the last thing I need to get caught up on. Plus, I threw the Red Eyes on freaking Odeon because I'm a thug. This is what thugs do. But again, guys, I'm really struggling to understand why you would want, maybe it's not something you guys want. I'm struggling to understand why you guys would want to get to COG and then just tool around, because that's where there's serious deck testing going on. If you want to tool around, go to casual, where you can just grind your level and people are in suicide mode. Like, people are, that's fine. Actually, I think a good test for a deck is if you can beat a suicide deck, you're doing pretty damn good. Like, you're not doing half bad at all if you're beating suicide decks. Suicide decks aren't easy, kids. Suicide decks are pretty hard to beat. Oh man, they're playing the whack one that has to be destroyed. Kill. Nice. Alright, this is my 3rd match and it's mirrored. So Re versus, I'm guessing, maybe not an equipped build, I'm guessing more of a trap build. Damn, read me like a motherfucker. I hate that shit. Sometimes you get an opponent who can, but most of the time you won't. Most of your opponents are incapable. Oh, and that one just got lucky. That wasn't even a good read. Oh, they don't know. Oh, this is great. I know the thing about the mirror match that they don't. That I win it because I'm hilariously better at this than them. So, their dude will not get their banishment effect where mine will. I'm also playing their dude, but only until I get a third one of this lady. This one, after damage calculation, ban it. There we go. Both of them are gone. You happy with yourself? Yeah, that's right. They didn't summon to do that. See if I can get him to pay more life. I lost, but as you can see, I'm out here catching L's is my point. But I'm going to take a look at this deck too, and we'll go review it. I'm also reviewing the quality of each deck because that matters. If it's a bad quality deck, I'm not going to take the losses heavy. Like, I'm just not. Like, it's just not an important L if the deck is bad. I'm just going to be completely real with y'all. Like, I don't even care if the deck is bad. Like, that stall deck that beat me, I could build a better stall deck with, like, Maiden in Love. Which, in case anyone questions me, I'll probably record myself doing just to show y'all that it could be done. Like, but my thing is that it's not strictly just the deck. There's got to be more to it than your deck. Like, okay, this was surprisingly bad. There was no way they could have done more than one Red Eyes Fusion. And was there even any way they could get to Bust? Yeah, there was no way they can get to Buster Blade or Fusion. So this deck was extremely bad, and we're going to lock in that it was a rest deck because it was a Red Eyes Sealed Tombs. To be fair, that's 3 losses with a Red Eyes equipped, so all that tells me is that the Red Eyes equipped deck isn't up to par. Or that I need an ability, that I might need something like Restart, which is hilarious, but I could have, my build is exactly this, but just good. So, like, let's go open my deck editor. Let me show you mine, hold on. Y'all are gonna laugh at what I lost with. See? Exact same build, but it's functional. It's actually functional. It's so functional, every match I have opened into Treacherous Trap Hole, and I'd like you to see that that's a one of. But yeah, I don't like Cosmic in this playstyle. Here's why. It really doesn't offer you any control of the match, and what would have given me a lot more control of the match is, let's come over to popular traps. I could probably go over to my favorites, yeah. And we're gonna just, I don't have it, but we're gonna mark it as a favorite card. We're just gonna throw that mark on it. Okay. Because I like staples. I love every staple. I don't actually think of this as a staple, but it is pretty good because it negates, and I love negating things. Now, when considering your staples, you want to consider what's going to give you the most control in a match. The control I need in a match is going to make this invalid, though. See, that's my problem. Now, we come over to the spells. Now, spell control matters right now because, as you can see, a lot of the popular cards are Dark Magician. So I'm thinking a World Legacy Clash and 2 Cyclones instead of 3. You don't always have to run 3. 3's just really good for a lot of decks, like a lot of mini-box decks. You can run in with 3 Cyclones because they do such crazy things that you're either going to gain all that HP back, you're going to win next turn, or whatever you do, it just ultimately didn't change what happened. So, alright, YouTube. This has been Gamer Guy Vladimir. I am signing out. You guys have a great day and a great week, and that has been my deck rant.